guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. We're back here at Walker Ford in super sunny, very hot Clearwater, Florida, because guess what? We have that one F-150 that has a familiar power plant. It's this vehicle right here. This is a 2024 Ford F-150 that's been updated for 2024. This is a Lariat trim, but guess what? We have the Coyote 5-liter V8 underneath the hood. But before we get into this 4x4 with that growling V8 underneath the hood, let's talk about what's going on here. So lots of trucks out there are going towards smaller displacement. Of course, you could still get an EcoBoost power plant in this truck, but a lot of brands like Toyota with the Tundra and of course Ram are going to just turbocharge smaller displacement engines. With the F-150, that isn't the case. Underneath the hood, you still have, like I said, that Coyote 5-liter V8 plucked from the mighty Mustang GT, and still gonna be able to get your Lariat trim. Starts at XL, goes all the way to the tippy top with Platinum and Limited. But this one, I think, is more of a sweet spot of their lineup and also with their power plants. Now, like I said, you could go Ram, you could go Toyota, you could go get that smaller displacement turbocharged power plant, but at the end of the day, is this the king of those V8 trucks still available? And I'm not talking about Raptor R. Raptor R, no. I'm talking about regular trucks. If you could call any truck regular today, regular trucks, is this the king? Or should you go with a new Ram? Because the new Ram is all redesigned for 2024. Let's go ahead, let's dive in our F-150 Lariat and find out. Right off the bat, I love this color. Carbonized gray really gives it a distinct look. Plus, with the dark accents, helps it be a little bit more sportier rather than plain Jane. At the front of the business, we have that updated style, all new headlights, all new lighting, including, you'll notice down below, fog lamps. And I love the way they took the daytime running lamp and actually brought it into the lower bumper area. This has the carbonized gray metal bumper looking good rather than just a chrome bumper or a flat black. And then as we come across the grille, really digging the particular options on this. So you're gonna have your new Ford Oval with the new script, but this one's been blacked out, forward-facing camera, and then you have this metallic gray perimeter all the way around with a little bit more in the center. Of course, fully functional up top. Working our way down, the one zonk I have is, what is this? Fake vent on a V8 powered Ford truck? That is the case. So we do have a fake vent. I am gonna zonk that, but I like the way they brought the metallic black to the lower portion. And we do have recovery tow hooks, 2-speed transfer case, since this is a 4x4 version of the Lariat. And you do have active shutters to help with aerodynamic efficiency and cooling. But let me know what you think about the new face, the updated face of the F-150 compared to the Ram 1500. Now, as we rise up, same hood as previous model year, clean on the indentations. Everything else, like I said, just has a nice bold look to it without it going too over the top or being too plain. Now, as we come around the bend, I really like the wheels on this particular one. It goes well with all of our black accents. So you're gonna have these gloss black wheels, 20-inch wheel, tires are 275 on the width, 60 series sidewall. And look, Mom, it is possible to have fenders without plastic fender trim around them. So it's all carbonized gray, beautiful paint on this truck. Let me know if you're digging the wheel tire combination with this particular Lariat. As we kind of come around, I'm gonna have Steven swing around. Love the way Ford brings the functional fender vents, and that's a great place to put the Lariat badge to let you know what trim this F-150 is. So if you're always wondering in a parking lot, you're like, oh, I wonder what trim this is, always look here because it'll tell you. And Lariat, like I said, it's higher, but it's not at the tippy top. I think it's a good compromise for money and what you're getting options-wise. Color matched, carbonized gray on the mirror caps, 360-degree cameras. And then of course, as we drop back, this is that Super Crew. You have your fixed running board. with the Ford name on it. And then as we keep running our way back towards our 5.5 foot bed, I'll have Steven show off the steel box frame, the suspension. And then like I said, this one has been optioned FX4. That is their off-road trim on this truck. Now, as we kind of swing it around, you're still gonna have the availability of a Tremor. And if off-roading is your thing, you might wanna go the Tremor route, but you still have the 4x4 capability, and that's what the option is on this truck. Now, at the back, you'll notice that we have our updated taillights, just like we have our updated headlights. I also like on the V8 powered one, how they have our dual outlet exhaust. One outlet on each side, nice flat black finish, with the carbonized gray metal rear bumper. And then as we work our way down, you got your full tow capability, your spare is high up, out of the way, and then even the way they put the black in the F-150, it makes it pop off the back of the truck. And then watch this. Of course, we hit the button, nice soft release. You're gonna be greeted to a massive size bed space with the bed liner. We do have our onboard generator, home power source. And you'll see the different tie down locations that we have. But nice, traditional, what I would call a regular truck with this setup. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and take a look at that V8 and see if we can remember it. All right guys, we got the hood popped, and underneath the hood, no replacement for displacement. That's the way I like to live my life when it comes to trucks. But what do we got? We got that Coyote 5-liter V8 pumping out 400 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque, nice naturally aspirated V8. Made it to the 10-speed automatic, 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. Top speed is 108 miles an hour. The truck weighs 5,300 pounds. MPGs, 16 in the city, 24 on the highway, and you could tow up to 13,000 pounds with this truck. Out back, we have optional 331 gears, and I love the fact that you could pop the hood and see that V8 to give us that rumble that we're familiar with out of an F-150. But why don't we go ahead? If you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Let's fire this Coyote up and hear it scream. All right, guys, we are inside this 2024 Ford F-150 Lariat trim with that Coyote V8 underneath the hood. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I really want a new truck. I'm not getting a mid-sized truck. That's not big enough for me. I need a big truck. But I don't want a complicated truck. I don't want turbochargers and intercoolers and blow-off valves and all this other stuff. I like simplicity. So I'm digging the V8 in this truck. How much is it? So the way that this one is optioned, Lariat trim, you're looking at an MSRP of $69,500. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. Very clean style. You have that neoprene style material up top that's easy to wipe fingerprints off of. Then there's no gloss black anywhere to be found. You got the B&O sound system, 14 speaker sound system, a tray for 2 Costco hot dogs, still $1.50. And then down below, you could easily put 7 chicken bakes down there and a couple Pepsis to wash all that down. You might need some Prilosec as well for your heartburn. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, that soft touch neoprene material. Love the way they put this gray finish on there. Almost looks like metal. Open this up. This is where you're going to want to keep your Prilosec for when you have heartburn. Maybe you need some Rolaids or some Tums. Maybe even some Beano for your gas after eating all that Costco goodness. Now, as you come on in, every F-150 is granted a 12-inch infotainment system. It's the Sync 4. They did work on picking up the pace of the system. I like going in the features because guess what? You got your zone lighting. You got all the towing things that help with that setup. And there's your zone lighting, nicely positioned. Dual climate control. Let me throw it into reverse for you. There's our backup camera. Resolution could be a little bit clearer. It's a little blurry, but it's better than what they used to have just a few short years ago. and then you hit navigation. We're right back where we started. You do have a 12 volt, have a home power source. On the side, you could put your Nintendo Twitch on the side, and then you could charge it up when the battery's going dead. Of course, you have real knobs, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You got your different drive modes and your 4x4 system. Down below, I love that finish. Open it up, what do we have? USB-C, USB-A, and enough room in here to where you could put 2 filet of fishes in here, maybe 2 McRibs. That'll go good with your chicken bakes. 2 cup holders, a place for a Slim Jim or a peppermint stick. And then this guy right here is gonna control your 10-speed automatic. And then you do have room on the side if you're trying to, it's like one of those things, you could put a couple bananas there. It's like one of those things when my first actual job where I wasn't working for my dad, believe it or not, I was 15, I was working at McDonald's. I used to love the people that would come in, order a bunch of crap, and then say, can I have a Diet Coke? Like, is that really gonna save you? Same thing with those bananas. If you're eating chicken bakes and you're eating Costco hot dogs and you're taking more Prilosec than people eat Tic Tacs, I don't think the bananas are gonna help. Soft material on the armrest with the stitching. Open this up. Man, I'm telling you, if you are trying to carry food, you got plenty of room in here. 2 USB-Cs. You could put easily 3 bags of Lay's in there. Maybe make 1 sour cream and onion, 1 bag barbecue. And of course, you gotta go traditional, just regular potato chip flavored. Nice. Seats, the leather material. Like I said, ventilated, heated. You do have power assist on the passenger side and the driver's side. Up top, I'm shocked at 69 grand, you don't get a sunroof. Yes, it's optional, but 69 G's, I deserve to be able to see the sun. But why don't you come over here behind the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this F-150. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 3 memory seat settings for the driver's seat. Those easy to reach controls. And then the seats are actually very comfortable and supportive. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room in here. Remember, this is a full-size truck. This isn't a Maverick. Full-size truck. Steering wheel, you got the leather all the way around, the contrast stitching. I do like the way they put the blacked out oval for the Ford badge, just like we have out front. It's just this horn button is really sad looking. It needs some stitching or something, some pizzazz. You do have flat black on all the switchgear. It is a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then of course you have your 12.3-inch gauge cluster. You could scroll through a cornucopia of different information. You have a calm view if you're very upset. You could get calm by looking at your infotainment system. It's got your tire pressure, all the gauges up top, and of course you got all the different drive modes. Bon Jovi mode, one of my favorite, off-road, rock crawl, we could go crawling over some rocks, and even eco mode to hug a tree, but we're gonna keep it in sport mode because that's how I live my life, one sport mode at a time. But why don't we go ahead, let's get in the back seat and see if your passenger is gonna be happy with this Lariat. All right guys, back seat time in this F-150 Lariat, and you're gonna get the same great seat material as before. In the backs of the seats, you could put that nice, you have that nice leather here, and then you have these massive pockets. You could easily fit, I would say, all 4 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And remember, if you are right now taking world history in high school and you're learning about the Renaissance, always think Ninja Turtles. Just don't think of Splinter or Shredder, because there was no Renaissance man named Splinter or Shredder. But the rest of them, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo, those are all Renaissance men. Little tip. Back of the command center, you do have enough room for 2 Super Slurpees. Make mine a cherry Coke. 12 volt, kids don't stick your finger in that or anything else that you might want to put in there, it's gonna hurt. You do have your AC vents, 2 USB-Cs, home power source. If you're wondering what is in this plastic, that is the all-weather protection floor mats. That's worth an extra 5 horsepower from that Coyote. Nice and comfy back here. Very, very simplistic, but I think that's a good thing. I like the simplicity. No heated seats or ventilated seats. Let me know how you feel about that in a $69,000 truck. And then of course, you have just enough real estate for your arm, 2 more cup holders, and then there's storage underneath, I promise. But why don't we go ahead, this thing has a V8. Let's see what kind of driving experience we have in this F-150. All right, guys, we're leaving Walker Ford. We're in this V8 powered F-150. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. There's just something about a V8. I don't know. It just makes my heart pitter patter, and it's just great that Ford is still bringing the Coyote V8 to the F-150. Driving down the road, you know, of course, with the Lariat trim, you're going to get a little bit more sound deadening. You're going to get the acoustic glass, and you're getting some pretty good amenities. I'm just surprised there isn't a sunroof in here or heated seats, at least for the rear seat passengers. But all Fords are getting the 12-inch infotainment system screen, well within reach. Great visibility. We got the B&O sound system. And these seats do a great job of being supportive and comfortable all at the same time. Now, when it comes to storage, like I showed you, that is not a problem in this truck. And the fact that you have tons of room, not only for your stuff, but also for the people that you haul around. Plus, this is one of those trucks that it looks good. I like the carbonized gray. I like the black accents. I think that it just helps with the overall feel of the truck compared to others that are on the market. But having the different modes, having the 4x4 system, it really checks off a lot of boxes that I think many people want. And if you don't want a Lariat trim, you can still get the 5-liter V8 with other trims as well. Whether, you know, you want to go XLT and go 5-liter V8, you could do that as well. But going Lariat does bring a lot of nice amenities in here for the price. All right, guys, I want to get this truck out onto the highway and let you see how it cruises. The great news is with that 5-liter V8, it just has a nice linear torque delivery, of course, which makes driving this truck a pleasure. You got your awesome tow capability, 13,000 pounds. And I personally like the fact that it doesn't have a bunch of frills done to it. But just very smooth. One of those trucks that you're going to be able to take the distance plus some and really just be able to know that you made the right decision because of all the things that this truck has. Now, of course, if you're looking for a truck that has the latest and greatest interior, then the Ram is your answer. But this thing, you'll see. Well, here we go. We're gonna go on throttle. On throttle, here we go. This thing is so freaking amazing. Love that V8. Love, love, love that V8 sound, that growl, the torque. And the 10-speed, they did a great job retuning it for 2024, along with the new look on the outside. But I really think that this truck is one that you have to take a serious look at if you're wanting a non-turbocharged engine. Whether it be a Ford EcoBoost or that Hurricane setup from Ram or Tundra's turbocharged setup with the hybrid technology. But I'm hoping that this has been a good, quick overall review of what this Lariat trim is bringing with the V8 for 2024. We're gonna get back to Walker Ford and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day here at Walker Ford. Definitely gotta thank Frank Walker, Western Walker, Tracy, and the rest of the team getting us this carbonized gray. Love the color. F-150 Lariat trim with the V8. Let me know what you think. Is this the best way to go if you want a V8 in your full-size truck? Or are you gonna go with the new Ram that doesn't have a V8 anymore? Let me know down in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rights family. Gotta give it up. Stephen Flood, he's working the camera like a champion. No matter how many cars we film, still Stephen does his best every single time. Show him some love in the comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.